Hi, Roy. How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. So, to start, big cats are my favorite animals. Like, the reason I have a cat is because I used to watch The Lion King and see their shoulder blades. So, anything to do with cats, I'm kind of obsessed with. But what about, a documentary on tigers and this one in particular really made you kind of want to be involved in this and telling this story?
Well, it's really fascinating. When I first started working on Disney Nature, which was in 2015, I did a straw poll at the animation studio because I produce animation and I produce natural history. Um, what are people's favorite animals? And hands down, the tiger was in fact the favorite animal of most people. And I think that's universal throughout the world because they're so much a part of our literature and they're just amazingly beautiful creatures. So we weren't sure that we could do that back then. But thanks to technology and how camera equipment has improved, we figured that we could actually get up close because tigers are the most elusive of all animals to film. And we were able, through remote controlled cameras, camera traps, and long lens on GSS gyro supported cameras, able to get the footage that we were able to get. So I got so excited because I think people will never have seen this type of up close and intimate view of a tiger's life before. They'll never have seen it before.
Yeah, because I think, like myself, most of us are used to fictional versions of these animals other than like what we see in the zoo. Because I'm like, I know tigers aren't like Raja or the tiger from like The Walking Dead. Like they are different beings. Was there something through this that kind of like surprised you about tigers as animals and that you didn't know beforehand?
Well, I mean, it was interesting because when we did this straw poll, I had always been an elephant guy. I'd always loved elephants, and as we have gone through and I've seen the footage, we were in the field for 1,500 days shooting over a 5-year period. As I've seen the footage, I have just fallen in love with the tiger's eyes. There's the song Eye of the Tiger, but it's the eyes of the tiger that are so amazing. You can see their thought process, you can see their sentience, you can see that they are just amazingly thoughtful creatures. And then to see their behavior in terms of how they protect their cubs and how they are, and how they educate their cubs. You can see there's process going on. So I fell in love with the tiger through this entire process.
Yeah, and you mentioned their eyes, and I think it's very funny because everyone says cat's eyes are yellow, and then I have a tuxedo who has green eyes, and I'm like, no, they don't. But it makes me always like whenever I see him do something, I think of big cats and how big cats are like our house cats, but can murder us if need be. Is did you ever see one of those comparisons throughout this process? Like see something that you're like, yeah, a house cat does that. So it's weird to kind of see a tiger do that same thing.
No, absolutely. There is such a link between a small cat and a big cat. You can see behavioral instances. But I think that the interesting thing in my mind is that all animals have this kind of sentient, thoughtful, kind of approach to life. You can see, I'm a big cat and dog person. I have both. And you can see their thought process just as clearly as you can see the thought process of a tiger.
Yeah, sometimes you don't understand their thoughts because they do some pretty dumb little things, but I love them so much. But thank you so much for talking with me. I really appreciate it, and I can't wait for people to get to see this.
Oh, me too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And they should watch Tigers on the Rise too, because it's a great story about the conservation efforts on tigers. And it's amazing what India has done in terms of bringing the tiger back.
Oh, I can't wait to watch it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Okay.